Hey there, it's Bobi, aka Paginator, and I'm here today to do a flip through of this junk journal. So this journal I made for a swap in one of the Facebook groups I belong to. It's called Junk Journaling Learn the How-Tos. And it was a January junk journal swap, and I'm getting ready to mail it out here in the next couple of days. So I just wanted to show you what I made. The rules were to create a certain size with a certain amount of pages. So I think we had to use 10 pieces of paper, which would create then 40 like single pieces or pages. And they had to be 8 by 5, I believe. So I took the cover of a book that had the pages cut out and covered it in 2 layers of fabric. Just some simple linen and then a layer from an old vintage tablecloth. Then I added this little owl in a frame just to have some kind of other decoration here. And for the closure, I tied this cream ribbon. It's adhered inside the cover, and I also tied a key onto the ribbon just for some more fun. So when we open it on up, there's a pocket here out of some coffee dyed paper that I've made that's very textured. We've got a little cluster here and a tag that tucks inside of there. This is made from real vintage ledger paper. And we've got some real vintage cabinet cards that I've also stuck inside for whoever gets this to play with. Here I have some paper that I coffee dyed using the bubble method that I learned from Barbara from 49 Dragonflies. And I have paper clipped a cluster of black and white lace and this little tiny envelope here with the paper clip onto this page. Some of the pages are made with some scrapbook paper that I got at a thrift store quite a while ago. And so this one you can see has vintage ladies here. And then we've got some dictionary words. These are all fashion related words: fashion plate, fashion monger, fashionable, etc. Some more coffee dyed bubble paper. Here I made a pocket. This was out of a book about sewing, and I just made kind of like a collar pocket here. I used the Tim Holtz Distress Oxide Walnut stain around all of the edges because I like that darker brown color with the look I was going for in this journal. This is a Tim Holtz card, as is this one. And this is just a little journaling card I made with some of the paper that was left over. This pattern paper, you can see it says public telephone all over it. And then on this side we have these beautiful vertical stripes. More coffee bubble paper. Here I found this idea to make a flip up kind of pocket. We have this little owl charm which matches exactly the one on the front cover. And it hangs off of this thing here. And when you flip it up, it's now a pocket, and there are some, there's a tag and some stickers that I put in there. So again, whoever gets this journal can play with these things. This paper has a train and some vintage ads here. Again, more bubble paper. This is another vintage ad kind of a page. Here I had some more scrapbook paper, and I decided to just like do a little like piece of an old book here to kind of match with the piece in the cluster collage here. And there's a couple of dots of gold paint. So this one is a pocket, and you can see that there's some more gold here. This is actually, what's that word? Acrylic ink, gold acrylic ink. And then I've got this accordion fold out page with some more of the dictionary entry paper with the vintage ladies on the back. There is a slight tear on this pocket, so I'm probably going to need to fix that before I mail it off. Oh, and I was also going to show you, this is a tuck spot, so you could tuck something in up here in this corner if you wanted to. Here's some more bubble paper. And then here I have a full page of that textured dyed paper. And I really love the way that the walnut stain color looks on the edges of this. It just looks kind of dark and like almost like an old treasure map. I added a couple of little tiny beads on the threads that held the signature together because I thought that would be cute. And the person who gets this can always cut these off if they don't like them. Again, bubble paper. And so you're going to see the other sides of the papers that we've seen because we're now in the second half of the signature. So again, more vintage papers. I made a belly band out of a piece, and I decided to decorate the belly band with some eyelets. I don't know why that occurred to me. It just kind of looked fun. And I've got another actual vintage cabinet card to tuck inside of there. I wanted to give this person some pages that were decorated and then plenty of pages that were not so that they have lots of space to work. Here we have another pocket. This one's got a little scrap on it and some buttons. And I put in some pieces from a sewing pattern and just some scraps from like, this is some more of that real vintage ledger paper, pieces from an old book and some sheet music. On this page, I just made a little page tab and made a little like bead cluster things, some more of those beads that match the ones in the center. And then I also have this little like stone jewel thingy. So that just kind of dangles off the page there. And then this is the back. We've got a side-loading pocket made out of that really textured paper. And I've just got some more scraps of the scrapbook paper, some different pieces that I've stuck into this pocket for the person to play with. And you can see here the ribbon is attached between the actual cover and the pages that are that make up the end papers of the book. And there's the back. So we can just go ahead and tie this back up again. And we're good to go. So this closure, I'm leaving the ribbons plenty long, so as this person adds to this, they can have plenty of length to secure the book closed if they end up with a gator mouth or, you know, just some extra width going on. So that is my junk journal for my swap. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a swap every month. I'm going to see how this one goes. I know that I'm probably going to get, well, I'm for sure going to get a journal from someone else, but I might get one that's like completely not my style and I'm not going to know what to do with it. So I'm just kind of waiting to see how this first one goes and we'll see what happens. Would you guys like to see the one that I get sent in the swap? Let me know if you do in the comments below. And in the meantime, have a wonderful, magical, and crafty day. And pay attention for an exciting announcement coming up soon on this channel. See ya!